Wow. Whoa. Look at the movement.
And the music. Oh. Holy shit.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's React. I'm Kenny, this is my beautiful wife Montana, this is Waddles, and this is Hogarth.
And today we're going to be reacting to Season 1, Episode 6 of Frieren, the hero of the village. Oh, yay!
This is maybe going to be about Stark. Frieren is going to work with him. She just needs 30 seconds for him to keep the dragon's attention while she...
He leapt.
Wow.
I'm also looking forward to dragon combat.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be sick.
I want to see what they do animation-wise with this dragon. I want to see Stark put it all on the line here, but if you're excited for more episodes of Frieren, make sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe down below for episodes coming every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait and want to see these episodes right now, they're all posted to Patreon in their extended full-length forms, along with episodes of all the other series we're watching and every episode of all the other series we've ever watched. All right, are we excited for episode 6 of Frieren?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.
Dunderheads, this video was brought to you by the incredible members of the Let's React Patreon. If you want access to a ton of exclusive perks, check out the link in the description below. Have a good day, Twinkle Toes!
Oh, there he is.
Okay.
It's so interesting because manga often don't reflect the anime within them. Sorry, sometimes there'll be anime that aren't well budgeted or it just doesn't work out and it's not animated super well. Conversely, there's also anime that like the manga's like good but not like crazy good,
right,
but like it's elevated by the animation. It must be so cool to be a series where I think Frieren was a beloved manga before it was made into an anime, like waiting all this time and then finally it just comes out and it looks this good.
Gotta
like,
love that.
Can you imagine being the creator and you walk in and everything just looks so good?
That would be really, really satisfying.
Yeah.
And I'm sure would alleviate a lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
But if you don't intend to fight the dragon, why do you continue to train?
When I first got to this village, its people were living in fear. Hard not to with a dragon nearby. Now they're all smiles. They're convinced that as long as I'm around, their home remains safe from another brutal attack, even though I haven't done a damn thing. The only reason the dragon hasn't destroyed this place is because it hasn't felt like it.
What if it does feel like it? Will you fight it if there's no other choice?
I'm not keen on dying, but that's a minor thing. I have a title to uphold.
He's flexible on not dying.
Yeah.
I'm Stark, the hero of this village.
Stark. Yeah.
And it's my job to defend it.
All
To say
right.
that now,
So maybe he
myself,
isn't going anywhere.
run away.
Or if they kill the dragon, then he can leave.
But did you already said?
Yeah.
he might just end up
myself.
running away.
I'll run away.
He's got this.
Scar on my forehead. I didn't get it taking on a monster. It's from a fight I had with my master.
Oh. That's tough.
The first time he ever hit me. He must have been disappointed.
He's got crazy power.
Had to have been. Throughout our whole relationship, he never praised me a single time. What
Didn't
now?
praise him a single time yet recommended him
We
to
just
Frieren.
met. I don't think you'll run.
You don't know me at all.
You're right about that. But I have been in a similar situation.
All right, let's hear it.
The first time that I fought a monster, I had trained more than enough, but I was frozen by fear. I couldn't muster the courage to fight back. All I could do was run. It kept on chasing
That's
me.
a pretty scary looking
For some
thing.
reason,
Yeah.
Mistress Frieren wouldn't help.
My master was like that too.
When it finally had me cornered, I steeled my resolve, and instinct took over. All that I needed to do was ground myself.
And Frieren knew she
Training
could, so
isn't
she
going to
didn't
fail.
intervene.
Mine didn't
Yeah.
fail me.
Okay.
You're a
He's gotta be
coward
brave
hiding
enough to
beneath
put
a
yourself in
veneer
the
of bravery.
position.
But your resolve
Ah.
to protect the village, that at least I believe is real.
Okay.
My resolve.
Whoa. Wonder why Aizen punched him.
How did it go?
I don't know for sure. But if I had to guess, I think it'll turn out all right. He ran then.
That's a shame.
No, maybe he's deep in the valley.
We're left with no choice. Prepare yourself for dragon size tag.
Huh?
Frieren. You only need 30 seconds, right?
You took your time.
I want you to promise me one thing. If I die fighting this dragon, you have to finish it off for me.
All right. I promise. But why would you sacrifice so much for the townsfolk? What?
Just... that's kind of an odd question. I've lived here for 3 whole years now.
Not long.
Yes, long.
That's funny because of the difference in concept of
Yeah.
time. But interesting story, the concept of steps in to be a hero, but is secretly a coward, but then fakes being brave because he got lucky. But because of how happy it made everyone, he's starting to become actually brave and want to fight for them.
It's so interesting because, like, what's the difference between actually being brave and being scared and pretending to be brave and doing it anyway?
It's kind of
Like,
the same.
that's,
That
you're
is
just
what bravery
brave.
is, yeah.
Exactly.
Good point.
I would argue it's more brave to be afraid and then do it anyway.
That dragon is so well animated.
Yeah.
I'm scared. What do you expect? Something funny to you?
You're exactly like Kaisen.
I am.
This is
Oh my
Oh.
goodness. Beautiful hair.
They're out of control. You afraid?
Yes,
Didn't take much to get that out of you.
being afraid isn't a bad thing. Without fear, I wouldn't have made it this far.
Whoa.
Even the way they tremble's the same.
Oh.
That's cute.
I get it now. My master.
Time to lock
He
in.
was afraid too.
God, he's so tiny compared to the dragon.
Is steal my resolve.
Yeah.
He's entered the dragon's range.
Why isn't it attacking him?
Should make the spell.
Knows better.
It knows better is crazy.
That's really, really cool.
I thought so.
I can see the latent power.
And then reevaluated.
Look at that animation.
The village.
Wow.
What?
Dragons are smart creatures.
That
They're
looked
not
amazing.
foolish
Oh,
enough to pick a fight against a powerful opponent.
oh my god.
Wow.
Hate Stark for being weak, or because he was disappointed in him. It's much simpler than that.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
The two of us parted in anger.
And she's not even helping. He's gonna get it.
Same thing as Fern.
My body moved on its own.
Yeah.
I feel terrible.
Whoa.
I'm forever sorry for what I did. I was afraid. I was afraid of the boy, Frieren. I
He's that
couldn't
powerful?
Wow.
use power.
What?
Oh,
My
wow.
apprentice will become a great warrior.
Wow. Whoa. Look at the movement.
And the music?
Oh,
Holy shit.
the angles and the shots they're doing are unbelievable.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wow.
She's like, nah, you
Nope.
got this.
Hey! Shoot it already! I did
Is it dead?
You expect me to kill
He
you
got it.
myself? You can't be serious, old hag! Yeah, you're just like my master!
It's already dead. Old hag, huh?
That was
He'll live to regret that.
That was incredible.
Yeah. And there it goes. Amazing.
That might be in one of my top animated sequences I've ever seen.
Really?
Dude, it's...
I mean, not like no disrespect. That was amazing, but
it's the angle. It's more that I've seen so many animated cuts that it's rare I see one that has the level of freedom of this. This had the same quality to it of Maharaga versus Sukuna.
Gotcha.
Of the movie level shots to it and like following a character's movement with real surroundings. Like, I'm gonna look up, that looked like Maharaga versus Sukuna. Like, I wonder if the same people worked on it.
Interesting.
But that was just like...
Yeah, that was gorgeous.
Gorgeous, and also what a great character moment for him.
Yeah. I love that he didn't even realize he had accomplished it.
And he was still afraid of it.
Yeah, of course. Hard not to be.
Yeah, but his master hit him one time just because it was out of instinct because of how strong he is. My goodness. I can't wait to rewatch that.
I killed it. On my own. I didn't need any help. I beat the dragon.
Called her old hag, though.
Good work. You were exceptional. That was quite the show.
I was thinking about her not starting her spell. She knew he was going to take it down.
This hoard of treasure is mine.
We can't take it all with us. 3 items only.
Oh my goodness.
That was quick.
Does this
Like,
not feel silly to you?
Haul.
You're really interested in this old junk?
This junk is treasure.
My master always told me that you made the hero's adventure a ridiculous one. In a good way. I guess your silliness made things fun.
Incredible! You
They have the same symbol in the book?
Ice.
I told you this spell was
Maybe.
worth it.
I would take on armies to experience such fluffiness.
Rightly so.
This is ridiculous.
Me when I
Wasting
see Wad.
time.
We have time to spare. Our
She made
journey
shaved
has only
ice.
just begun, after all.
The hero of the South was said to be our strongest weapon. The 7 sages of destruction slaughtered him. The 4 of us may well not make it back alive.
So what, then? Want your last journey to be painful and hard?
Yeah, that sounds
fun.
perfect,
If
actually.
you ask me about it, I would take the more light-hearted journey any day. One I can laugh about at the end.
Just the warmth of a finger and it melts almost instantaneously.
Please keep your fingers away from our food.
Ridiculous.
Oh, and what do we do about the syrup?
I don't have a spell to produce that.
Really?
There's our
Make us
next
no
plan.
Can you see through them?
Yes, but I can't say I find this spell interesting.
I'm so sorry my body isn't interesting.
Oh,
to
the
you.
see-through clothes spells. Yeah.
What?
Oh,
So small.
Part of me small!
Well, Shark,
wait. Wait.
Are they being serious? It has to be something else. There's no way they're making a dick joke.
No, they are.
There's no way.
What?
So small.
No part of me
Oh my
small!
god.
well, Shark,
They are.
I don't believe it.
No,
I don't
they
believe it.
are.
I think he's hiding a knife.
I suppose you could make your way back to Eisen now.
That's
Did my
crazy.
master tell you to
That
take
was
me-
nuts.
Moving on. Okay, sure.
Besides, I'd like to have a ridiculous adventure or two of my own.
Yay.
All right.
Join the team. Fortress City of Wall. There are certainly a lot of walls.
I was literally forming that joke in my head. Aptly named.
There is monster activity in the northern lands. At this time, no one can pass through the checkpoint.
Through the
Well,
wall.
What time can we? It has to open someday.
Does it? It hasn't since I was very first posted here. After all, no people out means no monsters in.
Pardon me. The Castellan would like to see you, sir.
Be right there. Listen close, adventurers. You would be wise not to cause any trouble in this town.
It's a big dude.
That wasn't
You gotta have a
very
spell for
well
sneaking in.
He's a good guard, wants to keep his people safe, and is
But are they in
appropriately
town?
harsh on outsiders, as every proper town guard ought to be, in my opinion. Speaking of safety, this city seems to have it in spades, which is a positive of being stuck here. This is the perfect time to slow down and study our craft. Once we drop off our things, the magic shops are all mine. Come now. The checkpoint is locked tight. We have no other choice. Run along, you're free to roam. I'll secure us a room at the inn.
Wanna get something to eat?
Hmm.
Loud and clear.
No. Wow. Cold shoulder. Everybody says Fern's scary. I love it.
Rumor is they shut down the sea routes too.
The Northern Lands Army says they'll take care of the problem, but I give it 2 years until the checkpoint opens up again. Business is at a standstill.
I haven't had this in forever. The Jumbo Berry Special. I was just a kid when I came here last. I actually had to split it with my master because I couldn't finish it alone. But, I feel like this thing has shrunk.
I would know.
Shrinkflation.
It's the same size as ever. You've simply grown up.
I suppose age does change our perception. Everything seemed huge when I was a kid.
Even him.
Including
his back was so broad.
He's tiny.
That's funny.
Started to look small.
Eisen is getting up there in years. I hope you're being a dutiful student.
Duty is what brought me here. You're sure the portion's the same?
The passage of time is cruel.
Oh? You gonna end up eating together?
Okay.
I bought this with my own money.
Pardon me. 1 milk, please.
Sure thing.
Like that animation was great.
You're clearly mad.
Mr. Stark,
Fine, I guess you can have half.
this isn't about dessert.
Half of the tiny dessert.
To be waiting for a long time. 2 years even.
Huh? No thanks.
So you and I feel the same way about it then.
Sure? What's her deal?
That's a relief. You're relatively normal at least.
I'm lost. Did I do something to offend you?
She's kind of been Frieren-ified a little bit. Like,
yes.
It's rubbing off on her a little bit.
Yeah.
He's like, wait.
Like, what's a normal way to communicate?
Yeah. Or he's just terrible.
So you want to find a way through the checkpoint?
Both,
Sure.
probably.
I'll see what I can do.
Thanks, you won't regret it.
What if you just flew us up and over the city wall?
The wall's only one part of the problem. There's a powerful barrier all around the border that extends to the maximum flying height.
That makes sense.
There's a
Explains how
maximum
they keep
flying
waiting
height.
monsters out.
Oh.
Let's ask around. Our first stop should be the Merchants Guild. They must be trading somewhere.
Going to the Merchants Guild. Little side quest here.
It's been completely shut down. If guarded caravans aren't allowed through, things in the northern lands must be quite serious. I'm afraid we may need to give up until things settle down.
Not yet. We should ask around the Black Market and Thieves Guild first.
Thieves Guild was what I was
Dangerous
thinking.
even for us.
Lucky for you, I look tough enough not to be questioned. Plus, I bluff like a pro.
You
He
do
is
have a
pretty good at
peevish
bluffing.
face.
I heard that.
You want to know how I got these scars?
Look at my scar.
I'm so tough.
What a waste. It's no big surprise. The town's stuck on the defensive. If they don't open back up, we're stuck too. You know, we could always pay the guard station a quick visit. You good?
Yes. I'm just a little surprised by your cooperation is all.
You said that you didn't want to wait. So I'm doing all of us a favor.
You're even more desperate to leave than I am.
Well, I don't have a lot of time.
That was
What?
awfully vague.
Is he sick?
This view. Nice, isn't it? You can really see the north
What?
side.
He doesn't have much time.
Is he
just slipped in there?
Does he, like, need to get back to the village to protect it?
I mean, with the dragon gone, it sounds like he's saying something else. I don't know. We'll
I
see.
don't have a lot of time.
Like, you say that when you're ill.
Yeah.
This view. Nice, isn't it? You can really see the north side.
She even pointed out, like, that was vague.
My master brought me up here.
When he's the same size.
We departed for the northern lands from this very city.
Tell me all about it, Master.
You want to know? See that trail over yonder?
He hardly ever spoke about himself, but he happily relayed every detail of the hero's adventure.
Oh.
He's been around for a long time, and for whatever reason, those 10 years mattered more than all the rest. I'll bet the same is true for Frieren.
I wonder.
He's old.
It kind of is, though.
And can't travel like that anymore. He sent the two of you to find me so that I could fill his spot. Now it's my turn. I'll go on this adventure and return with stories just like the ones he told me. If they happen to be ridiculous, that's all the better. It's the least I can do to repay my debt to him. If I take too long to get back, my master will pass on.
Okay, so that's the time limit.
Oh.
But still sad.
And we can't allow ourselves to get tied up here.
Nope. But I bet he's still got plenty of years left.
Well, that's a noble reason.
Yeah.
I like his reasons for doing what he's doing.
Yeah, me too.
Mistress Frieren? Is there a reason you're creeping around the city?
Shh. Quiet yourself. They're following me.
Oh.
Whoa.
Don't stop. She must be lurking around here somewhere.
Oh, great.
They must remember her. Maybe she snuck in the last time.
Maybe.
A magic shop when suddenly.
Oh.
I'm so terribly sorry. Please, Miss Frieren.
She saved them a while ago.
Oh.
Okay. I have some concerns about where this seems to be going.
I understand the captain of the guard was quite rude to you. As the castellan of this city, I apologize.
Oh, it's no issue. He did his guardly duties well, if you ask me. In any case, I'm not in an
Why are you
enormous
acting
Am I right
strange?
to assume that you do plan to travel north again? According to our information, the northern lands are in constant battle with the remnants of the Demon King's forces. You must be concerned about their situation. My goodness, a hero as kind as she is mighty. The people of the north would be thrilled to hear of your arrival. And as for our checkpoint, pass through as you wish.
So they're good to go.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that problem solved itself.
Win's a win.
We'll take it.
I can't believe that's really all it took. Shouldn't
The
we
confetti
have
is
told them who we were
beautiful.
from the moment they turned us away?
I didn't think there was any point in alerting them. And I wanted to take my time. What a commotion. This kind of thing just isn't for me. Who could feel comfortable like this?
No, she likes it secretly.
Yeah, I get to see a proper send-off.
She keeps doing this thing where she's like, "Oh, I don't like this." And then,
It's
"I
so
like it." She's like, "Wait a second."
embarrassing. Yeah.
My master left for the north.
And he's like cherishing it while she's like, "Whoa, oh."
Another trip.
That's right. If only I'd had a little more time for my research.
You need to move on.
You know we risked life and limb trying to get out of there, right?
Indeed.
All right, and that is where we are left for this episode of Frieren.
We're in town, Mistress Frieren.
Demons approach.
Whoa.
Whoa, oh.
Are the town magistrates the demons? What are your first thoughts?
Great show.
It's just, this is going to be our last episode we filmed today, and it's perfect.
It's so peaceful.
Yeah, it's just so cozy.
Yeah.
And I'm excited
I'm gonna go
for
make
the
some
hero's journey.
cookies.
Yes, they have started their venture, and we learn more about Stark and what he's capable of. Amazing things. Thank you for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below if you enjoyed that episode and are excited for more episodes every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait and want to see these episodes now, along with episodes of all the other series we're watching, check out the Patreon link in the description below, where they're posted in their extended full-length forums. We have a lot to discuss, but before we do that, where are we headed?
All right, let's review.
Thank you for watching. For now, we're going to go to questions given to us by our incredible Patreon members. If you want to ask us questions we answer after every episode of any show we watch, join the link in the description below and start asking. For now, let's go to question 1. All right, question 1. Cyrus Gudino asks, there are many cowardly characters in fiction, the most popular and iconic being the Cowardly Lion from The Wizard of Oz, and you've already experienced another famous one, that being Zenitsu from Demon Slayer. What do you think separates Stark from these other characters, and how do you predict he'll grow as a character if all he has to do is just overcome his fear?
I think the thing that separates him is being publicly perceived as very brave. I think just in general, if you feel that you are one thing and everyone keeps telling you that you are something else, that's going to lead to some inner conflict that the Cowardly Lion and Zenitsu just did not have to deal with. I do think that's going to be part of what pushes Stark in like living up to this reputation that he for some reason has earned.
Yeah, I think something that sets him apart from like typical cowardly characters is that I think he had cowardice before fighting the dragon. So this doesn't quite measure up to that, but in terms of the dragon, like his presence there of being that powerful was enough to drive the dragon away. And then his cowardice was him not really knowing why that happened and thinking he should have slayed it type thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think in his case, the difference of the fear is instead of like needless fear of like just being genuinely a coward where like it's this outward thing where like you just do not want to die and just do want to get out of the situation.
Right.
It seems like Stark just has really honed instincts. Really strong instincts that are so strong that they verge on fearful. Like he's afraid of these things, but all he needed was somebody just to say like, you know, powerful people are afraid during those moments.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was good to go. It doesn't, like with Zenitsu, it took like him going to sleep. With the Cowardly Lion, I think there's some moments where he just kind of like out of necessity does it. And I feel like with him, he had all the tools. He was just like, since the first time he wasn't provoked into fighting, he got the yips in a sense. And I feel like his cowardice is going to be a bit more of something that he can start to view as just good instincts, and even powerful people are afraid in battle rather than just being afraid of battle genuinely.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I enjoy the portrayal of it. It felt fresh and it didn't feel like the same tale that you get.
True.
And also somebody who's afraid but also has unbelievable power is fascinating, just like Zenitsu, where like you said, the concept of him not even realizing he'd killed the dragon and still being afraid of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you can start to recognize his power, it's going to be interesting, but for now that's like a funny little quirk of his just self-delusion.
Yeah, totally.
But let's go to our second question. Question 2. Master Shield 9277 asks, Kenny wished for something when watching episode 1 of Frieren, and I said it was to fight a dragon. And in this episode, we see the wish come to life. Do you guys think it was worth the wait? And while thinking of the scene, how do you guys like the music / score of this show thus far?
100%. I thought that was amazing, and the music really, really stood out to me. I loved that. I thought the animation was incredible. The movement was fabulous, but the music was so perfect for it.
I think that just every part of that was just on the dot perfect.
Yeah.
Like I think if you rewatch the fight, you would realize how intricate I think on first glance sometimes it's hard to just pick out a scene as like
that's
being
true.
super well animated, because sometimes it reaches this tipping point of you need 2 watches to actually understand quite what was there. And that's what like some people comment like it's just a bunch of stuff like being thrown around, and it's like
you don't get it.
Don't get it. Like it's just a little too next gen for you, but like if you just give it another second, or if it goes on for longer, you can kind of get in the mode. But that was such a quick scene because he is that powerful. But I do need to look up. But yeah, that animation, I mean, I just did a quick look up and it's like, well, they haven't identified exactly who did it. But if you look at the show's cast, it's got Yutaka Nakamura, like all these different just massive names. It's like they assembled the Avengers for this.
Yeah.
And that delivered on every front. And like sometimes I get not upset. Sometimes it's annoying when like a fight is like a one-shot fight. But something that stuck out to me in that animation is just how slow Stark is running. But if you look at the start of this fight, it like look how he's just running at normal speed.
Yeah.
Like I loved that.
No, they're not like fast forwarding through anything for the like sake of making it easier to animate.
It's so realistic and so just every piece of this is moving and just quality, and like he isn't speeding up any. Like this is a realistic speed, and And all, like the angling of it, the fact that that shot felt like 3D, like it was inspired, and I love it.
Very, very cool.
Yeah. And let's go to our final question. Final question. Addie asks, what do you make of how Frieren's spell collecting hobby made her journey with the heroes party more silly and lighthearted? Are those frivolous moments just as important as their great deeds in some way?
I think they're just as important in the sense that they're critical to making the big moments happen. Like, I feel like saving a village is like a bigger achievement than like making someone on your team laugh. But when you're like living that kind of life where you're all over the place and fighting and your life is dangerous and scary and like your path isn't super set, like those little insignificant things are the things that make it worth getting up in the morning. So like it's critical to the group dynamic and just generally like feeling good enough to go fight the dragons.
Yeah, I agree. And like in terms of importance, it's very easy to extrapolate that like saving a city is way more important. But if you're talking about importance from the perspective of Frieren and of the heroes in the party, yes, it's important to do those things, but in terms of like fulfilling their own lives, these little moments of joy are going to be the things that they remember most.
Completely.
And I feel like this persisting hobby is something that even when all those journeys and saving the cities ends, this stays with her. And especially for somebody like her with such a long life, hobbies are something that are eternal. So it can be more important for her in a sense.
Yeah, very true.
And also much deeper ingrained because she's done the same hobby for hundreds of years rather than just a certain number of years. Yeah, but I love what the show's saying with that though. Like it really makes me play D&D differently. I was talking to the D&D group, shout out if you're watching this, they love Frieren, and I think that this is informing the way we play the game at times.
That's
like,
so fun.
Sometimes the beauty in those little moments is the like improv and the not planning for it aspect of it.
Totally.
So this is kind of clarifying that for me, but it's super interesting, and can't wait to see more of that theme expanded upon. But that is where we are left for this episode. Are we excited for episode 7 of Frieren?
Can't wait.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.